Talofa, this is my Samoa video journal, Upolu Island, Part 1. The first couple of days in the island was simply to enjoy the beach in Tafatafa village.
Talofa, this is Win, and I just arrived in beautiful Samoa and having my dinner at this fale, which is really good. This one is chicken, and it tastes like adobo that we have in the Philippines. It's so yum. Anyway, I guess I'm gonna talk about my first impression of Samoa. This tastes really good. We got chicken, cassava, carrot, celery, and squash. And we've got coconut as well. It's been draining, the coconut water is draining, and it's already full. Yeah, that is so good. So, my accommodation is Brenda's place in the southern part of the island. So I took a taxi from the airport to here. I think it says about 60 kilometers, and it was meant to take about an hour to get here. But guess what? That's actually my first impression of Samoa. It took probably an hour and 45 minutes plus about 15 minutes walk from the main road to here. So not a very good first impression of Samoa. I was hoping that when I get to the accommodation that I would feel positive with the accommodation, which is I am. Because look at that. That's my accommodation over there. It's a fale. And no one else is here. It's just me. It might not be very good for some people, but I love it. I love the peace. And the accommodation includes dinner and breakfast for tomorrow. And look at that, coconut. Anyway, thank you very much. I'm gonna enjoy my food. See you next time.
These are some of the vacant fales. And that is me working on my crochet project while in Samoa. Despite traveling solo, I usually get great company from the locals, and here is amongst the friendliest of them. This here was a good short walk during my second day. This concludes my 2 nights and 2 days at Brenda's Beach Palace.
Walking to the main road, and I'm going to try to hitchhike from there to Tosua Trench. It's about 20 kilometers from here. Hopefully someone kind will take me from here to there. While doing that, I'll just do a bit of a exploration of this place. One thing interesting about Samoa is that they've got pigs roaming around like pretty much everywhere. They've got chickens as well. But man, pigs, it's quite unusual. Well, it reminds me of what they have in Vanuatu. One more thing is that most of the houses in Samoa, they have that shed at the front, a big shed at the front with high ceiling and a someone buried at the front, like a family member perhaps. Hello, Piggy Piggy. What are you up to, mate? Bye bye. Here's the bus stop at the road. I'm in Tafatafa village, and that's the name of the Fale I was staying at for 2 nights, Brenda's Beach Fale. And you got there a church. Iso Kirisu. I'm imagining it's I'm not sure if it's a Mormon or Jehovah's Witness, but one of the churches in Samoa, which is quite common. Now, heading towards To'osua. Try to do some hitchhiking. This one is one of the school in Samoa. I think it's called Nene. Nene School. I find it really nice that they cut the grass on the sidewalk. Look at that, it's freshly cut. They might have done this, I don't know, this morning or yesterday. But it's just nice. Mala e Malu village. Here is another church. So I'm pretty sure that is Jehovah's Witness. There's another house there that has that shed at the front, and same thing for that house, just on the other side of the road. Keep walking to Sua. Let's go. Where's the mother?
Oh,
Hello, my friends in Samoa helped me to go to Tosua. I was hitchhiking. Thank you. Bye bye.
That there is Phil, he's going to help me next.
So I made it to Tosua trench, but the water there is muddy because of the typhoon from last night. So I guess any water that's coming from inland is just gonna be not good for swimming. But there is this beach, Vavau, just next to the Tosua trench, and it's really nice. So I'm just gonna stop here for a bit. That guy over there, can't remember his name, he helped me find this location and gave me a lift as well. Really, really nice. They've got the Fales that you can use. It's a 40 tala for the car, including the people. The next stop we are in is Sopoaga Falls. It is a big falls, it's quite nice. Unfortunately, you can't really go down there to swim. It's just a viewpoint. It's a very beautiful place, but I think what's missing around here is a cafe, because it's a nice viewpoint, nice place to stop for a bit. Say if you're like driving around the island, going to different places. It's a very beautiful viewpoint, but there is nothing here that you can buy for food. They've got toilets, they've got little huts for you to relax, but no food. Toilet, female, male. It's a little hut where you could stay. Yeah, maybe a barbecue place. If you bring barbecue equipment, I guess. It's a bit of coconut sticks turned into broom. So this place, you have to pay there, and the cost is $10 for adults and $5 for kids. Talofa. We are having a bit of a stop at this takeaway place. You can get fish and chips, chicken and chips, and other stuff. Across the road, Dela Minimat.
How many sauces? Synergy some sauce for $7.
This is our next stop, the Coastal Walk.
So 1.8k return to the coastal walkway. It's nice to have a bit of a walk in the shade. So just a minute's walk and you'll get to that viewpoint, but you keep walking towards the left. You go towards the destination. I don't know what to expect because I don't know this place. I actually haven't planned in coming here, but it was my mate Phil thought of going to this place. It was in his plan, and I'm just going along with whatever he's doing. So thank you, Phil, for letting me join you. You do not want to drop your phone here, so be very careful. Looks like a good place to surf, I guess. Alright, so from this morning, at around 8:30, I was planning to hitchhike from my accommodation to Tosua Trench, and I thought of like doing multiple hitchhikes, hoping someone would take me a couple of kilometers and then stop and then walk again. But I don't know, for some reason I got really blessed that after walking for about 10 minutes, there was this guy that stopped for me on his pickup truck and gave me a ride all the way to Tosua. His destination was actually halfway to Tosua, on one of the villages, but yeah, he just decided to drop me off all the way to Tosua, which was about another 10 minutes of the journey, which was really cool for that Samoan person. really kind. So this is now the coastal walkway in Samoa. Continuing on to that story, I arrived in Tosua. We saw a lot of pigs on the driveway, which was really interesting. They're just wild and they're everywhere. And I learned from them that the pigs, although they are just walking around freely, you can catch them and eat them if you want to. So I guess you can not go hungry. There's no reason to go hungry in Samoa. There are the wild animals everywhere, and you can feast on them if you want to. And when I got to Tosua, hold on, let me just pause my story and have a look-see on this beautiful, majestic rock formation. Amazing. That's what you see on Google Map, I guess. That's Phil. And I'm gonna continue my story with how I met Phil. He was in Tosua Trench as well. We pretty much arrived at the same time, and we also got disappointed about the same time. We found out that Tosua Trench was closed because the night before, or last night, it was raining really bad, and I guess it was like a typhoon or cyclone or whatever. And the Tosua Trench is muddy, so everything there is like brown grayish instead of the perfect blue pool, which is quite unfortunate, but it's, yeah. I spoke with him, a bit of a chat, and I learned that his got plan of traveling along the coast and stopping at different places. And I asked him if I could just tag along with him, go to the stops where he's going to, and yep, here I am. I don't need to worry about any more hitchhiking because I'm gonna be going with him for the rest of the day. So thank you, Phil from England, for helping me out. Looks like we're almost to the next spot. And that is such a beautiful rock formation. Melted lava, and they don't really look that old to me. They look like, you know, they've just been formed. I don't know, but they don't really look, you know, super old. You still have all those, you know, cracks and stuff, but this looks like the main point of this walkway. I guess you can go further that way, but this is pretty much it. Amazing. All right, I guess a couple of blowholes over here. So that's where the water's gonna be blown up when there's a big wave coming. There is a hole. Like when the water slams on the wall, and then the water goes out from it. Next place we're at is Togitogiga Waterfalls. It says it's a stunning natural wonder that flows from Mataroa River. Just a short 5-minute walk from the visitor center to where I'm at. It's actually quite nice. We're quite lucky because no one is here to collect fees, which is kind of odd, but very good because this is second place now, 2 in a row wherein we didn't have to pay to go to somewhere, and now it's waterfalls. There's 2 of them, one at the bottom and another one at the top.
The final stop of the day was a swim to see these giant clams. Hundreds of normal-sized ones are also there to see, and some turtles swimming by. Sometimes it is easier and more convenient to travel solo, but rest assured, there's someone else out there in the same situation. And who knows, you could end up spending a whole day with them. And that was it for today, and this is where I stayed for the night. Next video journal, Savai'i Island.